At a small split in the trail, a few fighters stop to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. We recognize this place, one man says. Spent several years here with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them of what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. Wish the fighters well, set them off with extra supplies. Remind everyone they're free to do as they please. You think you'll survive there out on their own? I mean, if they know the area and they got kin, again, like, we're all just trying to survive. I'm the chieftain, right? But, like, the chieftain of what? The chieftain of a migrant people just fleeing? I don't think that I can judge them. We have 9 days of supply. I'm gonna let them go and give them supplies. That's probably foolhardy, and we're gonna eventually have to start being a bit more of a hard ass. But right now we're doing okay. If that's all you're taking, you may never make it, you say. Grabbing a few items from the supply wagon, you strap the additional provisions to their backs. Search for family instead of food, you say with a smile. The men clasp wrists with you before departing. So we lost 8 fighters. Yeah, I see 3 supplies. That's not bad. The 10 renown, I think, is worth it. Like, think about what those items in the shops have cost. Like, we just traded 3 supplies and 8 fighters for 1 level 4 item. I feel like that's pretty solid. Complaints of Rasmusvarder's excessive drinking have resurfaced. This time the man stumbled over some tent ropes, pulling the snag canvas through a campfire, nearly setting a supply wagon aflame. Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and Raffensverder's leg before leading him to you. Punish him physically, ban him from camping near others in the future. This man drinks nothing but water from now on. Ooh, I don't know. This is tough. I mean, look, I don't want to beat a dude. I'm thinking maybe we just, like, isolate him, right? Like, this guy's bad news. Can't camp near anyone. You'll rest and drink away from everyone until you learn to control yourself, you tell the man. The caravan approves of your decision until Rasmusvarder disappears one evening. When you finally find him, it's as a corpse at the bottom of a steep ravine. He must have stumbled into it. He was a nuisance, but nobody wanted to see it end like this. Sorry, my dude. Oops. Is there like a sorry, not sorry? Oh, no, it's 7 days of... Okay, this is days of supplies. This is total days in the journey.
Thriving city. The walls of Frostweather now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against Dredge as well.
How do we improve morale? Do we camp to fix that? Maybe we can camp in town. God. Yeah, I think it said to camp Afterlife. I don't think we can camp now that we've triggered the story event, but we might be able to camp in town. You jostle through fellow crowds and sunken faces who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostfeller for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. Oh, okay, I remember. I've been this far before. This is not looking good. Why are there so many people in the fields? We can't stay outside in the open like this. Audlif finds you amongst the many refugees. Rook, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody is being let into the city. Why? It's overrun with Varl from Blotzbelker, Greyhorn, people from Bitra, all the nearby villages. The Dredge are everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostfeller has locked himself in his great hall. That's when they close the gates. When the Dredge come, these hills will turn red. We have to get in there. We're getting in the walls somehow. I want to know more about what's going on in there. I want to know more about what's going on. Like, let's get some recon going. I see a lot of people gathered around the rest houses and the gates. We could find out what they know. How would we get in anyway? The gate, they closed the gate. I can get the gate open. Let's see if there's any other way before we start breaking down gates. I wasn't going to break it. Just push really hard. Ivor's got like Fezzik energy from Princess Bride. All right, heroes, rest. So we could rest. We got a decent amount of supply. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, we're going to wind up with a combat situation here. And if we can avoid doing it with low morale, that would be ideal. Yeah, so 10 renown is a 5th level item, which I believe is the cap in Banner Saga 1. 20% dodge strength plus 2 strength. So like this one makes more sense to me, right? Because you're getting you're getting the levels worth of stat boost. You're getting a 2 stat boost. And then a 20% dodge chance is pretty bonkers. All right, let me heroes. We don't have anything that's changed. Yeah, because we didn't have any combat between the last fight and now. So let's go to rest. You spend a whole day at the rest houses. Everyone gives you the same story. The chieftain just shut himself in his great hall and closed the gates. There are a lot of wounded people here, adds Alette. We could help them. Gil pulls you aside. I followed the outside of the city walls, and there's a water passage we can squeeze through, I think. Not the whole caravan, but if a handful of us get in, we might open the gates from the inside. The rest house is overflowing with refugees, the sick and wounded, and noise. Check out the water passage. Let's tend to the wounded to start, because that might ingratiate us with some of the people that are stuck outside here. Alette and Aldlif spend the day along with others in your caravan treating wounds, most of which came from the archers at the gates. I overheard from one woman that the city has been sending carts with food around. Could be a way in. Okay, so our morale did go up there. Could be a way in, Ivor replies. Next time they send a cart, we bring it back. Aldlif protests. Aside from leading to a fight, it would probably mean no more food for the refugees. Yeah, look, if we just work to ingratiate ourselves with these refugees, screwing with their food source seems a little bit not great. I don't want to get involved if others are going to suffer for it, you say. You return to what you were doing. So we're back at a decent morale. Let's check out this water passage. I'm not fitting through there, says Ivor, when you arrive at the narrow ducts. Go without me. It looks like you'll get out on top of the walls and then down to the gate where you can open it. Wait for us at the gate. We'll be quick. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's go back. So Ivor's kind of been the star of the show in the Rook party. He got that huge armor break stat. So if we don't take Ivor, who we got? We got Gil as our front man. Hogan and Mogan, if we send the 3 of them forward as a phalanx, we can get the big boost from their shield wall. Just play them defensively. And then just set Rook, Alette, and Aldlif behind. Yeah, I think... No, hang on. We could do that. If we go heavy shield wall... When Gil said water, you should have guessed runoff. Still, you managed to squeeze your way through some tight stonework and force your way past an iron gate. Great. You take stairs to the top of the walls. As you approach the gates, armed men take notice. They don't ask questions. Okay, so we're taking Alette. So this seems kind of crazy, but I want to be able to use my first couple turns to really push in and get battlefield control. So we're going to have our 3 melee dudes go first, and then your break is better, and then you guys are pretty much identical. But you've got, yeah, okay. Gil, I want you to go second. No, I want you to go first. Okay. This could be a little dicey. I guess it's going to depend on how the battlefield's shaped. Did not expect it to be shaped like that. All right, so we're just going to have to... They've got 1 archer. It's not as bad as it looks, right? Like, I can't rotate the screen. But they're gonna come in on me and like try and push into my flanks. But if we're turtled pretty good, my initial idea should still hold up. 10 and 11, 7 and 9, 10 and 11 and 10. So this guy's the most dangerous from a strength damage standpoint. She takes 1 good hit and she's basically out of the fight. 10, 8. You do 11. So look, here's the deal. Gil, you're going to stand right there. You've got the higher, and then I want you on the interior here. How far can you move? Oh, you don't let me see your movement to start? It's kind of a shame. Yeah, this should work. Because what I'm thinking happens here is this guy moves in and attacks Gil. He's going to have to do an armor attack because nothing he does with strength damage is going to get through Gil's armor. When these guys collapse, only this guy's going to be able to get in tight. He might actually have enough movement. Both of these guys might be able to get in at the archers. If they do, we're talking 2 strength. Maybe that gets lost, so I'm not really crying about it. She's going to take at least 1 whole turn before she's even in shooting range. And this guy, I think, is going to need to double move before he can hit anyone as well. I think this works. All right, so now the question is, who goes next for everybody? You go next. And then you. Okay. Okay, so how far can you move? You can get to Rook. So I'm going to actually backpedal. You can't get to me. Backpedal. Oh, my man's came in with that flurry. Oh, well, that is not at all what you want to see. All right, but we've got crazy armor over there now because of their shield wall. Like, look at this. Gil's got 14 armor. We're doing okay. All right, put the screws to this guy. So now this guy's in range, so essentially the archers are just gonna freaking go ham on him. I don't know if everyone can reach him, but I think most can. She has the bonus damage from not having moved, so like, boom. He's basically a non-combatant already. Oh, snap! I forgot! Alette, I'm so sorry, I made you shoot a dude! Oh, I did it so early. I think there might be an achievement for never making her attack someone. That I don't know for sure. Get in 4 on him. I won't make her kill a guy though. Oh, well, okay. I thought you were gonna walk over and immediately attack her, and I was like, bro, you serious right now? Like, we just talked about this. So if I move, I break the shield wall. Who's next? You have 9. You're gonna be a bit before you get into the fight. Yeah, so you're not as big a deal. You still have 10. I think I just hold. I know that seems really silly. Because, like, what are these guys gonna do? They can bring all the smoke they want. They barely touch me. And then, boom. This archer gets a little bit of a nuisance, but like, what's she do? She's chipping 3 off of Gil, who's already like completely. All right, so you go next. So this maybe is worth breaking the shield wall, because if I come out here, 7. No. Bloody flail can't hit anyone. I wish you had a defensive choice. I think we just rest with him too. Oof, the -4 there isn't pretty. So 4 damage, 9, 10. So I think it's you, because you're going to be up in the combat order first. Butte, you love to see it. My dude, why? Look, why would you do such a thing? She's a nice young lady. She's gonna attack but not kill. Remember, that's our goal here. 2, 7. You know what? I think instead we use this to get your armor down a little bit, because the melee guys are going up next. And then that archer, I think I just got a bum rush. Yeah, Mogan or Hogan or whichever one it is starting to lose some health. 2. He's still got 5 armor though, so he's in okay shape. Yeah, start getting up in people's business. You only do 2 damage now. Ooh. Was that his turn or was that a retaliate? Must have been his turn. So this is Hogan, who we don't want to necessarily see more leveling until Mogan has caught up. So we're gonna get 2 kills with Mogan. And then it's probably time we get maybe 2 more kills with Rook to let Rook start scooping up. So let's see. I could do a maximum of 3. No, let's hit you with the Bloody Flail. So I think the deal with Bloody Flail is I don't get to choose what kind of damage it is that gets done. All right, so if Rook 4, 2, 2, 4. Let's get 2 kills with Rook and 2 with Mogan. Oh shit. How'd you do 8 to him? Oh, do you have the missing puncture? No, that's for... Oh yeah, that's for Archer. Damn. Hogan got wrecked. Stop dying. He's just unconscious, VV. He's taking a little nap. It's a lot of hard work. Alette, you're just gonna chill because I don't want you to have to kill someone. You made that very clear. Audlet. So this is where it gets a little dangerous to try and pick who's getting the kills. I mean, they're not really doing much. Gil, you're just gonna shield wall, my dude. And then we need Mogan and Rook to get at it. All right, Mogan. Mogan, could you kindly kill this freaking Archer? 2? How much can you chain? 2? Yeah, we're in business. Get wrecked. Oh man, I set that up, huh? All right, Mogan, I guess that's your second guy to kill. Rook, you take this dude. So Rook is 1 away from a promotion now. And then this should do it. Dunzo. All right, cool. So promotion for Mogan. Hogan is unfortunately injured, which means I think he has to rest before he can take the field again. On the lowest difficulty, I believe those injury systems don't kick in. So like if you have guys drop, they just stand back up at the end of a fight. Vivi, because he died? He didn't die, Vivi. Mogan would be so sad. What in the depths are you doing? Letting ourselves in. I see that. I'm very impressed. But all those people you just let in here, dead. All those women and children with you, dead. This guy's twitchy eye is excellent. And thanks for killing the only ones holding this place together, Skull. What are you talking about? The man orders his guards to get the doors closed again before more refugees notice. If I knew that there were fighters in Varl outside, I would have brought you in. I'm Ekel. I'm in charge here. You heard about the chieftain? We heard he's hiding out in the Great Hall. Oh, really? I think you mean hiding out in a grave. He's eating worms, if that wasn't clear. What happened in here? Soon as they heard Dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got one to the head. That's the short story, anyway. At least 3 clans in here warring over turf and food, and the worst are the godforsaken Varl. He eyes Ivor and shrugs with exaggeration as if simply stating the obvious. We're in more danger here than out there? Look, I was in charge here before things went to crap. You've got some people who can fight, you got your own Varl. That counts for something. I can keep your flock safe in the Great Hall. You fight for me, and to take back Frostvalor. I don't take sides. It's too hard to tell when the good guys have become the bad. Fine, cut the sheep loose and watch your own asses. What do I care? All I want to do right now is get out of the goddamn streets. Think carefully about what you want. Oof. I don't like this choice. We'll join you for now. I don't trust his twitchy eye, though. He's such a creep-looking dude. Wish there was more info afterlife. I agree. This was kind of a quick exposition dump. Like, I wish we could talk to more than just one person inside the city to see kind of how things are looking. There's 3 clans in the city warring, and we know that everyone left inside is a hardened warrior. If we leave, we've got no walls and the dredger upon us. Oh, I mean, is this like an enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of a scenario? Like, at least with Echo on our side. I don't like him saying, I'll take care of your flock in the Great Hall, though. Like, I feel like that's a recipe for disaster. And he's got beef with Ivor, which, like, automatically I don't love. But I don't... If we're going to try and stay inside Frostveller, him also being upset with us is not the best recipe. I think I'm going to side with him. But if it gives us a chance to kind of, like, double cross him, I think it's happening. Good, because whatever else you were thinking would have been a bad idea. Echo shouts to his men, and with the gates closed, you follow him down obscure alleys. Hope we know what we're doing. Making it up as we go, Ivor. Day 3. Little did they sleep. Man, you ever make a decision in a game like this and then immediately, like, wish you could take it back? I do not like Echo. Switch parties. Hakan, we're back. I was able to get about as many warriors from the Strand as you want, or from Strand as you wanted, and more weapons, extra supplies too. You perk up just now, realizing Moger had been talking to you. Since Wagner died, everyone has been looking to you to make the decisions. It's exhausting. Hakan? So now we're playing as Hakan? I thought we were still the Scrivener. Maybe not? I heard you. What were you saying? Sorry, just tired. Go on. I heard you. I was saying the Varl we sent to Strand have returned. The governor gave us most of what we wanted. Good enough. Much resistance from the governor? Some. I don't think he was happy about us buying his fighters using his own money. It's a power move. I love it. He also insisted we take on a lackey of his to watch over his property. A man named Eric. Eric? I met him. He seemed competent enough. Regardless, the governor will have to get over it unless he wants Dredge crawling through his streets. We've put down every slag that has wandered through here while you were gone. Enough flapping of mouths, then. You're sure that wound is healed, Luden? I agree. Enough has already gone wrong. If something happens to the prince on a mission of peace, the alliance would rot. Or worse. They're right, Luden. Return to Strand, go home. Luden makes his own decisions. Wagner's dead. There's no reason to stay. Yeah, so we're making calls as Hakan now. No, Luden makes his own decisions. These people all have horns. Yeah, they're the Varl. They're like giants from Norse mythology. We would only be made to do this again later, and I will not suffer it all a second time. Oh, afterlife. That's ridiculous. They are indeed all very horny. You are correct. Either take us through the wandering road or do your job and slaughter some Dredge. Luden turns abruptly with a scowl. He stamps back to his ring of tents and followers. Wandering road's not an option with this many. I could crush that boy's skull with one hand. If Luden won't be deterred, you'll have to deal with it. Don't let Luden get to you. Let's go. I'm sick of looking at this dump. It's kind of weird that they swapped us here. What do I tell the warriors, Hakan? Tell them to be cautious, no more losses. Tell them we cover the mountainside and Dredge bodies. Tell them we don't top until shield is retaken. I mean, I feel like Hakan's a rumbler. Yeah, you know what? We're going aggro. I think they need a combat boost after Wagner's died. So I think we need to tell them, like, yo, we make the rivers run red. Heroes, the map. We got a couple of conversations. Real quick, let me take stock of our heroes just so I remember. All right, so we got Hakon, Moger, Gunnulf. So he's our shield banger. He's our warhawk, shield master, sorry. A war master and a warden. So let's get him promoted. And then 14 strength. What a hoss. Yeah, look. I mean, look. He's only got 4 willpower, so it's 3. Yeah, because you know what? Being able to use it in a big dump in the beginning, this means the first dude he hits in a fight, he's going to be able to do 6 armor damage on. Get out of here. He's going to wreck house. You're a warden. Oh, we've got everyone's bios to read for this side too. Rally, light step. He's he can move through allies. Yes, yes, yes. Promote you as well. What do we put up with you? I don't like how frail you are for a dude who's up front and you don't have a defensive ability. I wish you were a ranged fighter. You're like a flanking support more than anything. Give you that. Break doesn't seem as useful on you at present because I'm not going to want you in tight when we're still in the armor breaking phase. I'm going to give you another point of armor to start with here. And then you are definitely in this party, you're first on my list to get like some freaking items or something to round out your stats. Hakon. Hakon is something of a legend in Varl culture. When he met Vognir, it was during the Second Great War, in which the two became known for cutting a swath through the dredge where others were struggling just to stay alive. Vognir was always the charismatic leader, but there was no question about which of the two would win in a fight. Moger's an old hand in Varl culture, long on the front line of the fight with the dredge. He's had the occasional brush with leading a clan of his own, but eventually settled well into commanding Vognir's personal army of Varl warriors, and is highly respected among them. When Ubin became the Varl king's tax collector, he was given an entourage of bodyguards to help transport gold collected across Hron. Gunnulf is the only one from the original group still alive, and for good reason. Gunnulf is radical. Eric is the guy who gets stuff done for the governor of Strand. Though for a man with heavy responsibility, he seems to have an awful lot of freedom in his methods. Plenty of warring clans within Strand have tried to take him down. None have succeeded. Eventually, he earned himself the nickname, the Iron Turtle. Eric, the Iron Turtle! That seemed like, with how badass most of the people in this game look, the Iron Turtle, maybe not the best of the nicknames. He gives willpowers to others, I think. All that fighting, but only 1 kill. I do agree. Eric's special ability to be able to pass off willpower is kind of a big deal. Because like with Hakon, right? If we go back in and look at Hakon, we've got him in a position where he can do big bursts of damage, but he's only got the 4 willpower for the whole fight. If we have Eric throw him 2 willpower, that gives him another full willpower turn. Yeah, and he can grant it anywhere in the battle. So yeah, maybe he's just like a run and hide character. All right, let's talk to Moger first. I'd ask how you're dealing with Vognir's death, but I already know the answer. Do you? Steady old Moger, which is good. I know most of these Varl, but they're not under my command. They came to follow Vognir. Tell you the truth, I wouldn't want to be in your position either. Anything you can tell me about the caravan? Throw together this many Varl, half of them want to hit each other, the rest want to be left alone. Anyone I should keep an eye on? There's a couple of clan leaders trying to show off for each other. Not a big deal, I've got it under control. The fighters we just got from Strand aren't bad, but they're unruly. Give it a few days. And there are a few moaning about fighting for you instead of Vognir. Those are the ones to worry about. What about Luden's men? They don't want to hear anything from me, I know that. Any problems? Could be. Luden's pet Varl is named Bercy. I'm not sure where he came from or what his deal is. Bastard knows how to fight, but there's something I don't like about him. His girl in red is scary too, Ursa. Yrsa. She's probably the best fighter Luden's got, to be honest. I've overheard some of the Varl call her the Witch. Why? The flaming arrows, I think. It's a good trick, but the fire upsets our Varl more than the dredge. Still doesn't make much sense. Witch? They're not scholars, Hecka. I think they're just mostly afraid of her. That makes more sense. Don't let her find out. You think we're walking into a death trap? This many Varl? Nah, we should be alright. Things could get rough, though. I don't like being the one to send Varl to their deaths. I like worrying about myself, and that's the extent of it. Who would have expected Wagner to drop like that to a couple of slag? I'm still wondering what happened. He had hundreds of dead slag to his name. I don't get it. Just happens sometimes. No big moment. I'm sure it surprised him even more than us. Although, I have to wonder... Nah, never mind. Anyway, I'll worry about the warriors. You worry about not doing something stupid. Oh, that's asking a lot. What were you holding back about Wagner? I'd rather not say, Hecka. Why not? It's the kind of thing that'd get stuck in your head, and you need a clear one. It's better if you let me worry about it. If you say so, keep it to yourself. If there's a reason to bring it up again, I will. Haven't you ever wanted to be in command? More than I am? I need more rope and I'd hang myself. Well, I doubt that. I forget. You weren't around back then. At one point, I had more rope. I hung myself. So no, I'm not interested in command. It's all yours. That is a great exchange. Let's get back to it. Let me know if you need anything else. I will. That's real good. Check in with the Scrivener. You knew him well, didn't you? Wagner? No. Well, I don't know. I remember him. Always rushing around with some important business. But I never knew him. Never got a chance to talk much. Longer than I did, in any case. I suppose so. When he spoke, Varl listened. I knew that. I could use help there. Scrivener leans back, considering the sentiment. I've seen worse. They respect you for your ability to swing an axe. They need to respect you for your actions. But you're not talking to the right Varl. Mulger's got some skill there. Most I can do is hold a quill. What are you always putting down in that journal? How do you mean? What do I write? Well, I write what happens. They've got a banner in Abering for that, you know. You mean the long banner? Yes. The Menders wove up something that writes its own history. You want my opinion? I don't trust it. They need to respect him for his accidents. That's the only action he needs. It's action. It tells a broad story. I think there's some value in the narrow. Whose story does it write? Mine? Theirs? Luden's? Gods forbid. Ha, you relic. Gods have been dead a long time. Oh, have they? Old habits, I suppose. What do you suppose happened to the sun? Gods, how should I know? Never seen something like this before. Are you worried? Some of the Varl in the caravan think the world's coming to an end. Others think it's the best thing that could happen. No more black months. I'll take it. If it's the end, I'm ready. What about the rest of us? To the depths with you. Ah, I love how these guys chat. It's so good. I heard you were a terror in your day. Do you know how old I am? Dare I ask? I'm competing, you know. Nobody knows how old we Varl can get, naturally. There's one by the name of Snorri. He's got a few years on me. Just hunkers in Grofheim collecting rhyme. Bastard might actually beat me. Another one named Krumer is close, I think, but the addled son of a bitch still welcomes a fight. He'll probably be off before I am. Although, Scrivener gestures around him as if to remind you of the current situation. You chuckle. Anyway, point is, what difference does it make? I'm just a delivery baron for the Jornder now. Can't remember half of what I've done. Hence the journal. Hence? Don't fancy on my behalf, Hecon. Okay, I won't. Get some rest. There's always more marching to do. I hoof more hills than a horse born with a grudge. Don't worry about me. So good. All right. Man, it's so interesting to me. Like, I bet you probably would not see most of this map if you didn't take some time and scroll around on it. And it looks so good. I would be shocked. At some point, Stoic must have sold, I don't know what they're called, when it's like you layer the artwork in such a way as to give it that same kind of 3D sliding effect, like a shadow box almost. But the art is so good in the towns. Yes, hence in their fourth. Well, hence in their fourth, we shall leave the village. More marching, leaving Verderful. Oh, we didn't read anything about Verderfell. Let's go to the map. Named bad weather, the gales that blow in from the bay and around the mountain peaks atop Verderfell in a generally unpleasant state. What really cemented the name was the kind of person who would live there. Men cast out from Strand for one reason or another, with nowhere else to go. Very cool. All right. We'll continue up the road. Look at that, says Moger. In the hills. More dredge. No more than a dozen, though. We could just as easily pass by as rush up there to slaughter them. Ludwin overhears. That's a dozen dredge heading towards Strand, he says. You ask him when he started to care about Strand. I don't, he replies. I thought you did. It'd be a waste of time. Strand can handle that. Moger sends some warriors to take care of it. Nah, let's do it. Let's get it, son. The caravan stops and waits while you lead a small detachment up the hillside to take care of the dredge quickly. You tell Ludin to stay by the caravan. He folds his arms and mutters something about being treated like a child. It's because you're acting like a child. You get invited to the Big Varl's table when you've done Big Varl things. All right, so Hakon, Moger, Gunnulf. Yeah, I think I like this order. Man, it's really got to piss Ludin off that we took Eirik. Eric? I'm just going to call him Eric. Do not love this layout. Interesting. So I could just give everyone a dance partner. How many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them? All right, look. Hakon here. I want you here because you're gonna be able to get shieldy. 7 armor on you. Dare I try it? Man, none of these guys are light. Maybe we should have let Strand deal with this. And then Eric, my dude, you gotta jump back. All right, Hakon first. So here's the deal. Right from jump, can we do 9 damage? Beaut. I love it. Just 1? All right, I'm fine with that too. Armor value is not huge on these guys, so that's fine. If we can just get a little bit of the strength damage down on them, that goes a long way to keeping everyone safe. Oh, shit. I did not move the way I meant to move. Well, that's just a straight up wasted turn. What a precious resource to just throw away. 7, 8. How much could you do? Another 3. No, another 2. So 8, 6 is 2 plus 4. Yeah. So this is bringing Eric into the fight, but is actually low-key keeping him safer because it's lowering that guy's strength and also putting more bodies between him and the rest of the enemy force. All right, so we need to get this guy's damage checked. Boom. Hakon! Showing everyone the actions that he is bringing to the table. My man does not mess about. All right, so Moger, Gunnulf, and Hakon are all level 2s already. We want 1 more kill on Eirik, which we'll do on the guy that's right with him. Bring the pain. What does this do? Yeah, we'll do this. Get some break on him so that it's easier for Eric to finish it. I don't want to kill any of these guys because they're low enough on health that they kind of leave me with the advantage. But that means they are going to get some armor shots on me, which kind of sucks. And then what do we do here? You have 4 will, 5, 4. So I'm going to have Eric use his special to give Hakon will. Love to see it. 1, 1, 2. So now Hakon's gonna bum rush this guy. We used 1 of the will points we just got back, but that still means we can cut this dude's strength in half. And then 8, 10. Yeah, that's fine. Get you up in the business. So with you, I think maybe 10, 13. Yeah, we're going to use break on you so that we can bring you down to size in 2 turns. With the middle of the battlefield being so congested, I'm not really worried about half of these combatants. So now the question becomes, you only have 4 armor left, huh? Now the question becomes, who gets what kills? And I'm going to be honest, if we suddenly got Hakon as like our... Oh, shoot. 1 Tempest. Man, he does so much damage. 10, 4. So you, well, it's not going to be enough to kill me. Gonna chip armor all the way down. They are gonna chip the armor all the way down, but I've left them with such little strength scores that it's still gonna wind up being them trading damage like 1 at a time. I'm gonna take this guy off the board because I think this gets Eric promoted. Is Eric already 2 as well? Ooh, 6 on him. Oh, that's because he's still full. So you do 6. All right. So this guy is going to have to get beat here. You can do 6 damage to him. That's exactly what we'll do. I think I'm just going to let Hakon clean up. 10. Make it 3. Yeah, I'm so far ahead in the strength damage game on this that they're going to sit here and start hitting me with armors, and it's going to mean nothing. So let's see. I can do 2 damage to you or 2 damage to you. We would much rather get you down to size a little bit further so that I don't have to worry about reprisals. Oh, my armor. Let's have you give Hakon a rally so that he can move further if needed. And now we just... Oh, wait, you know what? Let's be smart, right? So, like, before we move... Or before we kill him, move to the flip side. I wish I could see their kill count in the middle of battle. Is that something I can see anywhere? Oh, no. It said view stats. I think it meant game stats. Sure. Do some break damages. So I'm thinking maybe 1 more kill for Echo. Because I didn't think he didn't get promoted there, but I didn't think I leveled him up. No, I totally did level him up because I remember being like, oh, what do I do with this stat loadout? So his 1 kill there was probably unnecessary. But that's fine. He just has 1 for now. Just have everyone start doing armor damage. If nothing else, this just kind of hedges the enemy in, so now they can't really move about. So it's going to be slow going here, but this is just going to let Hakon start to cut everyone down to size. If we see Hakon pop up with promoted, we'll start giving kills to Echo, I guess. We don't have any more ability points for him. Move him in here so that this dude can't move out. So ridiculous. The animations on these sprites, I wish that the artwork was a little bit higher res so that you could get in tight like this. because like the animations are gorgeous. Oh, sweet. That was Hakon's promote. Okay. So we can hand out a couple kills to somebody else here. Do I give him to Eric? I think I do, because these other guys already feel really good, and Eric still feels like he doesn't really have a spot in the fight. And maybe a little bit more stat will help with that. Oh, shit. We might not be able to wait for... Oh, no, we can, because we're in pillage. All right. Damn well near let Gunnulf take a nap. He's got 3 with no armor. Yeah, so we're good. Move him away. You can just chill. Dunzo. Chop the tree, baby. Oh, and he got a promote too. Beaut. Beaut, beaut. I guess the kills are cumulative, so it was 2 for the first level, and then they did get to 5 total, but those original 2 still counted. Because I think him and Hakon each killed 3 more guys, maybe, is how I'm reading that. I guess we'll see when we go in and look at stats. Which we'll do right now. I'm a camp. I don't think there's a penalty for pulling into camp. I don't think you have to rest. It's just like a pause menu as such. Yeah, okay, cool. So Hakon can get promoted. Higher stats, improve ability, increase item rank. Now it's 10 renown though. Okay, so that's the catch. I mean, yeah, Hakon has kind of become our main character, so absolutely we'll level him up. We have 2 ability points to spend. His strength is already very high. I feel like armor is the better play here to keep him in the fight, because as long as we can stay armored up, we can just keep going ham. So I'm going to go armor here. And I think an armor item for Hakon is also really good. And so now he has rank 2 Sundering Impact. That's beautiful. And then let's see. Eric is going to go to a level 3 Warden. It was Moger that was level 1. I knew one of these guys was level 1. All right, Moger needs a couple of quick kills. So he's going to improve his ability if we level him up, which gives someone 4 willpower. Damn. I mean, even if that's all I do with him on his turn, that's pretty bonkers. Let's do it. Promoted. And then what do I do with you and your stats? Let's get you all the way armored to make sure you don't die. I almost maybe give you more willpower so that you can dish more willpower. It's kind of crazy though, right? Because if all I do with you is have you use willpower, I'm basically sacrificing a turn in every rotation to make one other turn better. It's more useful if you're only doing that in a situation where there's no one close. Let's give you your second point into break so that you can do some armor breaks. And then this party needs some items. All right. Nothing much going on in camp. We'll keep going here. Time set. Hakon. You can hear Luden's hard-booted trot as you set up camp the first day. Embrace yourself. Can we speak as equals? We can try. It seems clear to me you plan to kill a lot of dredge along the way. Am I right? You're not wrong. Why do you ask? In fact, I plan to go out of my way to kill them. You're not wrong. Then listen carefully. Don't assume only the Varl can fight. Do you understand me? That is my banner we fly to Grofheim. The banner of Abring. I insist on joining in battle. Almost gutted in your first encounter and ready for more? Whatever you like, Prince. And, I expected more resistance. From Wagner, maybe. They tell me you were his kender. That's why you're in charge now. Some sort of next of kin, Varl thing? Don't you take on his responsibilities? That doesn't mean I care what happens to you in my own way. Why the tough act, kid? I mean, I feel like I should just be real. If we're like role playing as Hakon, maybe we just hit him with them in my own way. Maybe that's the move. Then stop acting like I'm a thorn in your side. When you're nearly 200 years, it's hard to take a 20-year-old man. Is that right? Seriously. You'd better start. We'll both be kings someday. That's the last thing I need to think about right now. Ludin looks at you as though you just punched yourself in the face. He heads back to his tent before saying whatever was on his mind. Man, not a Ludin fan. On exertion, you've gotten some characters with high exertion. Don't overlook this important stat. Exertion lets you add more willpower to your actions. Want to add more than 1 star to your attack? Upgrading to 3 exertion lets you add 3 damage to every attack or move 3 spaces further than usual if you've got the willpower for it. Remember, each stat is equally important in combat. Choose wisely. Oh, so this is his woman in red. Rest, heroes training. Is this Bercy, his Varl? You have a moment? As you approach Bercy, he lowers the book he was reading. He doesn't strike you as the book reading type. You're Bercy? You're Hakan. We've gotten that out of the way, haven't we? I had some questions. Say what you want to say. What's a Varl doing working for Ludin? What's a Varl working for another Varl? What difference does it make? Looks like you're in charge right now, so do me a favor and don't get Ludin killed. He's important to you? No, but that's one way to put it. Where'd you learn to fight? Same as you, by fighting. You know what I mean. I robbed well-protected merchants for at least one man's lifetime. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Not anymore? I've had a lot of jobs. Can I trust you? What a loaded question. Depends on what you mean. Whose back will you have if things go wrong? Assume I'm looking out for myself, and you'll figure it out. Does Ludin understand this? Ludin doesn't even understand that half his army is here just to protect him from the people he talks to. You laugh at the unexpected gouge. Percy grins, pleased with himself. I won't keep you any longer. See you on the battlefield, O leader of Varl. You can join us. I'm where I want to be. Don't forget what I said about keeping Ludin alive. Got it? As you step away, you can't help but wonder if there was a bit of a threat behind that gravelly request. So Bercy is definitely a wild card. Girsa, right? She watches you approach with her head tilted back and points a thumb towards Ludin's tent. Nope. Here for you. Oh? Can we talk? Girsa shakes her head no, a smile on her lips, eyelids low. Why not? I don't. In those two curiously contradictory words, you get 2 impressions. She has a beautiful obsidian voice. And this might be a complete waste of time. She watches you expectantly. You don't talk? No. You do, though. I don't. She smiles warmly, clearly enjoying her game. She watches you expectantly. You're Ludin's bodyguard? Nope. He's mine. Before you have the chance to be confused, she cackles, abrupt and loud, then looks slightly embarrassed. You are his personal guard, though? Her expression changes to, of course. How did you end up with someone like Ludin? Luck? She watches you expectantly. It's about the flaming arrows. She raises an eyebrow. Varl and fire don't get along. All you get is a shrug. If you're going to use them... She pulls an arrow. There's a flick of her wrist that you don't quite catch. Suddenly, a bird combusts in the tree behind you and falls to the ground, smoldering. Half the camp has turned to watch. Don't tell me not to. Well, this has been fun. She crosses her arms, a hand on her chin, and cocks her head to one side. Until next time, Girsa. Heck on. You stop and look over your shoulder. I am a witch, so be careful. She puts her forefinger to her lips with a soft shh. You depart, not quite sure what to make of that. I'll tell you what to make of that. Girsa, MVP of Ludin's entourage. That's so good. Got great morale going for this team. You overhear a conversation while marching alongside the warriors. I'm happy to stomp some slags as much as the next Varl, but I didn't join up to take orders from Hakan, says one. Apparently, he doesn't realize you're within earshot. Not willing to die for him either. Make your presence known but walk on. Challenge him to a fight. Threaten them loudly. Blindside him. Make your presence known but walk on. A fight with him's beneath me, but he needs to know he heard it. Not sure Wagner would have been happy to hear that. You growl loudly. The Varl flinches as you walk past without looking in his direction. In the distance, you can hear his friend laughing at his misfortune. I wish... This is the age-old problem with, like, choose your own response, right? You don't know what's actually going to be said. But, like, I wouldn't have chosen this if I knew I was going to invoke Wagner. Hakon's got to start taking charge. I like how this group has no clansmen and just fighters. A small gathering of tents come into view. Group of merchants from the look of it. You ask what they're doing here. Well, we were camped out at the Godstone ahead, one tells you, leaving an offering to Dunglar, as one does. His expression turns. Dredge start appearing out of nowhere. Some of us stayed, though the gods thought the Godstone would be safe. But damned if I know why. We've been dodging them since we left. Assure them that the way to Strand is clear and see them off. Ask them if they have anything to trade. I do want items. Not much, he replies. Anything of value we left at the Godstone. I've never seen this many Varl at one place before. You have to deal with those Dredge? You nod. We can part with some supplies if you need them. We'll take them. How much? I'll give them freely. Clearing the road is more than we could ask. I have one request, though. My wife's brother stayed at the Godstone. You'll know him by a necklace with many gold rings. If you see him, say we are safely in Strand. You agree, and the merchants continue onward. Yo, I'll take it. 67 days of supplies? This party is the exact opposite of Rook's caravan. The caravan slows unexpectedly. Word travels down the line, and then to Mogr, who tells you Dredge know we're coming. Probably saw us back at Vertifell. Did their usual lurking. Could have been bad if we'd plotted into them, but we saw them first. Dredge watch you, waiting to see what you do. When's the last time you commanded a few hundred, Hakon? Asked Mogr. Don't overthink it. The warriors can take care of themselves. War. When you come across more enemies than your party can handle, you'll engage in war. Give your army orders to fit the situation, but be prepared to get your own hands dirty too. By making battle easier for yourself, you'll end up with higher casualties. Or you can take the burden on yourself with a harder battle, but save more lives. If you're ever desperately outnumbered, it may be best to run, avoiding the battle completely. Dredge line the battlefield, weapons drawn. A fight seems inevitable. You take a quick head count. There must be at least 483 of them. You have 185 fighters and 466 Varl. Charge, formations, hold them off, retreat, oversee. Even from here, you can see the nervous glances amidst the enemy ranks. This looks like a good chance to press your advantage. I mean, I feel like this army does not care. Let's do it. We charge it. You consider taking your trusted allies and leading the charge, battering down the enemy. It'll throw you into the thick of battle where fighting is most dangerous, but a strong charge can save lives. Yeah, let's do it. You gather your allies and tell them to get ready to lead the attack. Okay. So Birsi, Luden. 14 and 10. What kind of fighter is Birsi? Birsi's a Warhawk. Siege Archer. Slag and Burn. The character throws a 5-tile area of slag onto the ground, which explodes immediately. Targeted tile takes the damage seen below. Adjacent units take 2 strength damage. Ooh. Alright, so we finally have our ranged unit. We're going to need to get her some kills. Luden in the mix. What do? Impale. You impale and knock back. He's kind of ranged too because he's got the reach. Prince seems upset. Seems like he would be upset if we didn't take him. I agree. I think Luden's going to come along. I think this is the party. I think these guys get switched. Actually, I think Eric goes to the end so that he can refill someone's willpower if needed. Let's see what the actual battlefield layout is. Woof. Yo, what? They were not kidding about making this a harder fight for me. Okay. 16 armor. 15 strength. I wish I could go back and leave the archer and take Birsi because she's going to get stampeded. 15 strength on this guy. Okay. You've got to come back. And you've got to come back. 16. I mean, those guys are going to eat your lunch. Fire to control the field. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get we're gonna find out what her ability does real quick. That's for sure. I think we're gonna have to use him to at least slow people up. She's gonna need to be able to get a shot in on somebody, but we need Hakan to like right from jump go and wither somebody. Just like absolutely. So he can do +3, 17 is his effective damage. Cut him in half, take him to almost nothing. But then if I take them to almost nothing, then he's opening himself up. 10, 10, 15. No, it's got to be on this guy right from jump. And that does leave him a little exposed. And that's fine. But it doesn't change the fact that it gets all three of these guys that are now next to Hakan, their strength is lower than his armor. So we're at least in a situation where he's not like getting smoked. Let's see if we can get him. Oh no, I have to actually target someone with that. We're gonna bring everyone in the middle here. I wanted to make sure that they didn't immediately get rushed, but we are gonna kind of charge people up. 9, yep. We're gonna collapse back onto this side because we want these guys to have to walk as long as possible before they get to us. We could take him out of the fight, but I don't really think we want that. We also don't want to expose you too badly. Way past your bedtime, man. Well, thanks for hanging out as long as you did, buddy. Hope you have a good rest of your night. I will do my best to have a great stream, conditionally upon the finality of this battle. Thanks for coming by and checking out the stream, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. You're still not going to be able to run up on me here, but this does leave me potentially exposed to these guys. That, you know what? That's fine. We're going to do that just to start getting him out of the way. What we need to do is clear out this half. Ooh, that doesn't help the situation. Oof. Wait, how, I can't move. What is her range that I gotta get this tight on, guys? That's awful. Yuck. All right, well, I need to move her though. Slag and burn. Does it stay burning? Explodes in a 5-tile area, leaving 2 coals. Trap an area, laying down coals, which do 1 strength damage. But what are the 2 tiles that get coals? Is there a way for me to know that? She only does 1 break, so her getting in, you know what? We're gonna have to do it eventually to find out. Okay. So she does damage, but then she leaves 2 trap tiles. It looks like where you set it at least is 1. And then I guess just the other one's random, I guess. Not ideal, if I'm honest. That much random is not really something you want to see. So you've got 8, 9, 10. So, I mean, if nothing else, we just got to take yours down just so that you're not the highest. Spread out the damage. Make sure everyone is kind of boned. You know what I mean? And then if we wedge you in here, this protects Luden a little bit. You've got 9. You're still doing 10, huh? Well, look. Take you to 6. What is this again? Breaks damage to target and +1 to return. Yeah, so look, we'll hit this. I think maybe that's a taunt. Like, does that force him to come attack me? It doesn't, but that idiot attacked me, so he wound up in a situation where he took the retaliate damage, so I'll take it. Get Ganolf up here to drop this dude to 1. Butte, we love it. Oh, Luden. My dude, you're a garbage trap. We need to get you some levels, my guy. You have 3. I can do 1. I can do 3. But he's not really a threat, so I don't... 1. What can you do for break? Just a single break? Man, you are a garbage heap. Impale. Knock back 1 tile. Target bleeds 1 strength per move on next turn. Sure. Oh, he knocks him back with the kick. I love that. This guy is absolutely the scariest guy left in the game. Can't reach us next turn, though. We throw another slag and burn? Oh, we can throw one right here, and it should hit him for 1. You love it. So that's flat strength damage. The armor doesn't go into consideration on that, which is rad. Keep hacking away at armor, please. And then we need someone to knock his strength down, because he's still a little bit troublesome. He's got to walk around it now, too. He might just walk through it. I don't know exactly how that works. Oh, did I leave Luden exposed? No, just barely. Whew. That could have been not great. We can do 4 damage here. That's fine. It's not as low as I'd like him to be, but it doesn't, like, destroy him, so that's fine. This idiot took another these guys took another retaliate. All right, this attack has to be on this dude, just because he's still got... So bring him down. Luden's gonna take another... No, they walked all the way up to Mogre. I wish Gunolf went 1 turn later. Can I get... I can't get on top of anybody here. Take him out. You know what? I think we bring him up here. Well, no, let's do this. Let's see if we can just bait. You got what? Oh, you only have 4 armor. So that'd be 9 damage. That's... No. No. Move him here. He might still wind up being the guy to take the hit here. I do think I'm gonna have... No, why would I kill him? Right now he's serving a purpose of just screwing up their rotation. Don't kill him until everyone's at 1. 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Ow. All right, can you slag again? How many times can I do that? Oh, that slag burnt off. It only stays until the end of her turn, so it didn't actually wind up blocking this dude's spot. Walk through it, you idiot. Oof, Gunolf, I'm so sorry, my guy. 3 damage to you, or do I give someone willpower? Who's up next? He is up next. Okay, so no, we just get him down. All right. They're still doing armor damage for the most part, so that's fine by me. We can take that. Hakan is going to move here. Oh, boy. You almost... This is really shitty because it's going to expose Luden to the guy who's still strong. I really wish he had had enough strength to be able to get over. That sucks. All right, we do need 2 kills for Mogre. Just the 1 kill for Mogre. Oh, beautiful. This guy walked around, which is going to save Luden from being exposed. Gunolf still can do 8. We don't want him to kill anybody, though. 1 damage or 1 armor. I mean, look, it doesn't seem like a great use, but 1 armor less on that guy means that someone is going to be able to hit a pretty big shot. Let's go ahead and kill you. Ooh, what was that? They got like a bonus because he killed somebody? And then you can get 3 armor off on him. 3 health off on him, but it's a 70% chance. 2. Here's the play, and I know it seems dumb because Gunnulf's gonna get hit, but this kills the guy in front of her, does 2 more damage to the big dude. Yes, and he stepped into it like a dummy. Oh, she got cuffed for it though. Let's have you... Oh, you don't have enough personal willpower left to do anything about it. Then just go over here so that they don't have an escape route out that side to go after, what's her name? Yersnik? Oh, I've got the horn willpower. Why do I keep forgetting it's a thing? 5, 2, 1. Oh, okay. So yeah, we're in okay shape. We're in okay shape. Knock him to 1. He might just die on his turn. I don't know how the coals work. Mogre got his level up, so we don't need him to keep leveling up. Oh, sweet. So he died on the coals, and even though it wasn't her turn, it did still count the kill for her because it was her effect that killed him. So that's not like wasted kill experience, which is sweet. And now I think we're gonna have Luden clean up the battlefield. At least 1 more. Does that get him promoted? It does get him promoted. So who do I want to give 1 more kill to? She's like our only really good ranged character in this group. I think we give it to Yrsa. Yeah. Yeah. Especially like if we get her to level 3 and she gets a bonus to abilities, her thing already does pretty good damage, and that would be a whole lot more. You take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way down the line. You can take this opportunity to pull back and leave combat immediately. On the other hand, chasing down more dredge would rally your fighters and save a few lives. You don't have time to rest or change your party, but a chance to loot your enemies might even reveal items they took from previous victims. Ooh. Pull back before they regroup or kill a few more as they flee. So where are we at? Hakon's still in really good shape. Gunnulf's at about half health. Mogre's in good shape. Yazir, I keep forgetting her name. She's at like half health. Eric's fine. Luden's hurt, but not in terrible shape. So here's what I want to know. Kill a few more as they flee. How many is a few more? Because if it's another group that size, no way. We'll get housed. But if it's just a couple more, if Hakon can lead the fight, get Mogre in front to soak some damage. Mogre, I think, still has like 11 armor. He's actually still doing pretty well. I'm doing it. You know what? This is as good as opportunity as any to see how tough this is, because these fights are gonna get harder as the game goes on. So this is the one that lets me try it with the least amount of risk to just see how it works. You attack any dredge still brave enough to face you. How about we attack a couple dredge that are still brave enough to face me? Not all of them. Holy shit. Okay, so it's only 3, but like they're pretty. Oh god, it's 4. Not ideal, and we don't get any of the willpower back. Wow, wowie. 9 and 8. Well, Gunnulf. Oh god, she's gonna get wrecked. Who goes next? That dude. Okay. Well, look. Eric, you're a brave man. This means he can't move forward and kill the archer, so he has to attack Eric. Oh god. The 4 armor from that ability is just scalding. You're an 8-10. That's fine. We'll move towards this side of the combat and force you to kind of come to us. 3. Yeah, let's get some armor down on this guy. Start chopping the tree. Make this idiot walk towards me. And then we need him. Oh no, he's gonna get to go before he does. She's toast. There's no way this guy doesn't take... I mean, you gotta take that target, right? You dummy! Oh shit. I thought Mogre had a ton of armor. Oh, damn. Oh, the horn. Thank you, Afterlife. You're absolutely right, the horn. So wait, you're doing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which would be 3 on him, none on him. I think you only get chain 1 to begin with. Oh, I shouldn't have used it on you because you already had one. All right, so Archer's gonna go down 2. Woof. Oh, we're getting smoked. 4 and 7. So Archer's still gonna get to go once. Yeah, bring you here. You can do 2, so we'll give you both. Well, wait. How much can you do? Blah, blah, blah. So the problem is they're gonna get huge deflect chances. Oh, gone off down 2. No. All right, we're in a bad way. We're basically gonna, so like, one of the keys here is we need to keep at least one other person besides Hakan up. Because if it's just Hakan left, they go into pillage and then it's like game over. So you have 3. He's about to go down. So you do 2 armor. We can chain you 3 times. So let's give you all 3 chain. I guess, and have you do 5 armor on this guy. Man alive. Save us, Daddy Hakan. There's Luden down. 4, 5. No, hang on. First, move. Then 5. What? Okay. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not mad at you for that one. He's up next. 11 strength still. No horn combat left. You only do 2. You can't, I mean, you can't do jack shit here, dude. The icon above the horn is showing the bonus to our morale. Can you get another slag and burn in there? Okay, yeah, you can. So 9, 8, 11. I can't hit all 3 of them, which is kind of a bummer. How many squares out can you go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with that. So let's move you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need you here. And then let me get a slag and burn. Right there is the best choice because it's going to hit 2 of them and maybe protect Luden's flank with a coal. She's down. All right, so as soon as Luden falls, we're essentially done for because then they go to pillage and they're just going to pick me apart. 9, 5, 9, 6. So this guy is the biggest threat. We take him to 2. Okay. Luden down. We do get another turn. Oh my god, I might partially be able to pull this off. Get you to 4. So they're going to be able to just chain armor attacks on me here. But I think I'm going to be able to get at least one more of them down. Oh, they couldn't come through because the dudes are so big. All right, so the move is kill this one first. Moving all the way back over here to do it. Dunzo. No reason to keep them low for anything now because they're just going to take turns in succession regardless. That guy going first is a help because it's going to save me from another one. 2, 5, 5. So instead of worrying about the 2 for now, I can hit both of them from here. We take the 5 out because he can potentially do more. I can't kill him though. We don't have enough juice to kill him. 5, 5. They can't. They'll do 1 strength and then the second one will do 5 strength. So it's going to take me to 11 and then 6. Horn. You are right, Afterlife. I forgot we downed a guy, so that means we get the horn. Bop. Okay. Okay. We're all right. This guy's going to be able to do some strength damage if he chooses. He does. So that takes us to 9. That's 3 on him. We get the horn again. That would take it to 4. That drops him to 1. Yes. Yes, yes. We're going to get out of this. Well, I say we're going to get out of this. The entire caravan, except for me and Bercy, have injuries. So Bercy, welcome to the big leagues. You're coming into the next fight. You have slightly more armor, so you get the hit first. Promoted. God, of course you're promoted. You're killing entire dredge armies by yourself. Boom. Okay. Whew. All right, that is not easy. Woof. 5 injuries, but we lost no one in the war. Like in the actual charge, no losses because Hakan killed everyone. Everyone else just stayed at camp. Okay, we will be going into the camp. We have enough supplies. Remember, this group has like an absurd amount of supplies. So the injuries we have, we can just rest off. So like, it seems like you're giving up a lot for that, but it's not as bad as it could be. Injured units can still fight, but they have a penalty to max strength equal to the number of days wounded they heal as time passes at camp. Yeah, 3 days, 2 days, 2 days, 1 day, 2 day. So we rest for 3 days. Big deal. Survived. We did indeed. Let's do some level ups that are hard and well earned. How much does it cost to promote? So to take you to 4, you'd have to take up 15. And then what? 20, 25, 30. We have exactly enough to level everyone up. So you're not going to get an increase to your ability score until you hit 5, but this does give you higher stats. Is this worth 15 renown right now? Where would I put those 2 stats? I think probably both into strength. Just give you more overhead to start fights with big booms. Does Witch take more to level? Promoted, Vivi. Promoted! I don't think the Witch takes more to level. I don't know why she would. I don't think she's actually a witch. Oh, we can read some. Hold up. We got some new bios. Ludin is the Prince of Men, the first heir of a vast kingdom. Although disliked by peers and rivals on account of his highborn attitude, few question his intelligence, combat skills, or courage. She's a witch. I mean, we can try and weigh her against a duck and find out. Not many people know much about where Yrsa came from, but ever since Ludin became old enough to train, Yrsa has been close by. Rumors used to spread about a romantic relationship between the two until Yrsa found out about them, and then, suddenly, they stopped. Those who have spent much time near her have described the woman as intimidating. And then where's Bercy? We can't scroll to him because he's not in the party. Bercy. Of all of Ludin's traveling companions, Bercy is the most likely to stand out, being a literal giant amongst men. Even Ludin seems afraid of him, which may be the primary reason he hasn't been sent away. On the rare occasion it has been whispered that the Varl doesn't even work for the prince, but some but some other group altogether. What is well known is that he's already saved Ludin's life on more than one occasion. She does have the power of fire. You're right. And that, look, the fire doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it really paid a ton of dividends, but like an unmitigated strength damage is a big deal. So leveling it up doesn't give us more strength damage, unfortunately, which honestly probably makes sense because it would make it absurdly OP. Being able to penetrate armor like that is such a big deal. Because remember, strength damage is both the health to get the unit down, but it's also the damage they can do to you. So one of the things this game does is force you into these situations where you have an enemy with a really high armor rating, and until you can get through that armor rating and start doing strength damage, they're a big threat because that armor is keeping their strength up, which means every time they hit like a train. So her being able to just ignore that, huge deal. When you think about the fact that if she drops that in the right spot, it's potentially 6 unmitigated strength damage. I mean, look, in an ideal world, right? If you hit all 5 targets, it's 15. Or I'm sorry, it's 2 strength damage each. So it winds up being 10. But like, even if it's just 2 targets and that's 4 strength damage off the board, that's a lot of mitigated damage throughout the rest of the fight. And especially now when it levels up and it's leaving more coals and more armor break, I think that is a big deal. She is definitely going to get promoted. I want her to get to level 3 as soon as we can. What do we do with the points? Well, we hope you don't get hit. So the armor and strength issue is not as much as it would probably seem like it would be a problem. More willpower puts us into a scenario where you can cast fire more. Like we can basically just we can turn her into a mage, right? Like we can literally just have her attacking all the time with the fire spell. More break on any unit, I think, is great. I think willpower is the way to go for her, right? I think we put 1 in exertion just to get that to a spot where she can use it when she needs it. Vivi, you mean turn her into a witch? Yes, we will turn her into a witch. And then we'll give her more max willpower, because that also puts her in a prime position to be the target of Eric's willpower refill. All right, Ludin, the smarmy D-bag spear prince. What is yours? Impale, knock back 1 tile, 2 tiles, 3 tiles. I don't like your skill set. Okay, so if we're using him right, we get him kitty corner next to a Varl so that he's shielded from damage but can attack the target the Varl is squared up against. So armor isn't as big a deal. What did we suffer from last fight with him? He needs, all right, first level for him, exertion up to 3, armor break up to 2. I really feel like of all the stats, they've said a couple times that the stats are like all equally important. No, let's be very serious. I feel like armor break is the most important stat, probably followed by exertion. Armor and strength on your characters is great. It helps you sustain. Hakan being able to stay up as long as he did in the fight we just did is really kind of a good example of that. But none of that was possible without that initial flurry of armor break, so that on round 2, once we've gone through the order once, round 2, kaboom, take theirs down to 1, safeguard the rest of our team. You linked a red priestess gif. All right, so he's up. Mogre, so Mogre's just like a tanky boy. Bring the pain, normal break attack, and +1 to return the favor. So all Bring the Pain does is it is a break attack, and then Return the Favor is what? He can create a forward charge that punishes enemies for ganging up against him. Character strikes an adjacent enemy for armor break damage before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability. Oh, Return the Favor is his passive. So the +1 is Return the Favor. Enemy who attack him lose 1 hit point of armor for each strike. Oh, yo, so that's filthy. Because you're just getting a break attack anyway, which is probably what I'd do. And then you're potentially even getting more break because you're taunting. Oh, yo. So, okay. Here's the move. We take him to 4 break. Now, well, it's not even if he's getting hit Afterlife. It's just if he gets squared up on a guy, we use the skill. It's a great opener, especially for someone with a fresh set of armor. Because what it does is it does a normal break attack. His normal break attack after the 2 points I just put into him is 4 armor. Poof. 4 armor toast on the enemy. Then you get a bonus to return the favor. His return the favor is a passive that he gets all the time. Enemies who attack him lose 1 point of armor for each strike. So if he's getting a +1, it's 2 for each strike. So if I come in and hit you with that, you've lost 4. And then if you attack him, you lose 2 more because of the bonus to return the favor. So you've lost 6 armor from just his action economy, which is outstanding. And then 15 renown to level up Hakan. Is that worth it? We don't get the bonus on his ability yet. We'd be putting 2 points into strength. I might sit on that for now. That's an awful lot of renown. If we get another like event that boosts renown, we're in a better spot. I can't believe that was for a level 1 item, by the way. Pewter coins pressed with ancient symbols of respect, often laid on the foreheads of those who have fallen in battle. I mean, don't you just give that to Hakan so he can keep rolling? Especially if we're thinking about using Eric's willpower boost to keep Yrsa charged up for fire. Yeah, this goes on Hakan. Because then as he's just mowing through dudes, he's like a self-sufficient machine. He'll get a +1 from the kill, and then he'll also get the horn. So you're in shape. Let me rest. 1, 2, 3. Everyone's good. Everyone's good. See? Come on. Charge into battle. Take on reinforcements. Pfft, who cares? Hakan don't. That's for sure.